Sri M. Thambidurai.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, for participating this very sensitive issue which we are discussing now. I thank most of our colleagues participated in the very serious matter and expressed their views emotionally and sincerely. They want to see somehow we have to solve these Tamil problems in Sri Lanka. Sir, I want to make some kind of observation and my protest and my objection. Originally, we have given the notice and included the title, subject alleged killing of Sri Lankan Tamils by Sri Lankan army in the year 2009 as recently revealed in the United Nations report. That is the bulletin. And also, even the revised budget is the list also, Wednesday, August 10th. Here also once again mentioned to raise a discussion on alleged killing of Sri Lankan Tamils. This is the exact topic we are given. What made to change this topic and brought in some other thing I could not understand. Why our Indian brothers are so hesitant and fearing to Sri Lanka? That is all I can say. It's a fearing. You are once you bulletin and notices given by all our members, you have changed the title and you are asking to discuss and restricting not to discuss about the killings of Tamil Tamils by single army. We are good friends. That is, Sri Lanka may be a good friend of India. That is a different issue. I'm not, because we have to be friends with all other neighboring countries. India is trying, but how they are reacting? What about Pakistan, how they are doing? What about Nepal is, what is Bangladesh? What is China? What are the friendship we are having? We are the same way Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka actually blackmailing India, I can say this. Sri Lanka is blackmailing India, pretending they are to be friends with us, they are not really friends. You called on the day President of India, Republic function, you honored him. But what Defense Secretary is saying there, we are having some more friends. We don't want to budge whatever you are telling. That's what Defense Secretary recently said. And also immediately, President of Sri Lanka went to China and his friendship is developing and showing as he is more friendly with the China, not with India. This is what they are doing. Therefore, why you are changing even topic? It is not discussing, we are discussing about the UN panel report, what actually said. That is the which we want to discuss. Therefore, this is a humanitarian thing. As our brother said, our friend said, say humanitarian. Forget about country, whether it's which country, wherever the humanitarian are suffered, it is our bounden duty. Human rights are also affected, you are bounden to raise it. Not only this country, our India, even USA also they raised this issue. They have passed a resolution. Even UK also raised this issue. They have passed a resolution. What is wrong in India to discuss this matter in the parliament? And the same is this is our human right. Sir, second thing, and also, sir, our honorable minister, he gave the statement, 3 points, which is very important, but the external minister's statement. First, he says, the end of the long period of armed conflict in Sri Lanka in May 2009 left around 3 lakh internally displaced persons living in camps in northern Sri Lanka under devastation of infrastructure in the alleged area. No, this is what you said. Nearly because of this war, 3 lakhs Tamilians are displaced. And also you are coming next point. The end of the long conflict in Sri Lanka has also raised questions relating to the conduct of the war. We have, in this context, noted a report issued by the panel of experts constituted by the UN Secretary General on accountability in Sri Lanka. This is your statement, I'm telling. This is what is the findings of the UN, we have never mentioned. You simply said, these are the statement you have given by the UN report. Sir, the other aspect you have mentioned regarding the 30th amendment, which you have said. And also you are telling afterwards, said, and also further I want to add, there have also been public reactions to the telecast of the Channel 4 documentary entitled Sri Lanka Killing Field. This is also your statement, you are telling. These are the aspects. That is why we are given the notice to take up this issue. It is not voluntary we are given anything. Based on your external level minister only, we are given the notice to discuss the Sri Lankan army's atrocities killing the Tamils. That is what we have given. But I am very sorry, our Honorable Speaker has every right to say they can change the topic and they are serious prerogative. But at the same time, when our friends were expressing, you have to listen. This is not, we are not going criticizing any neighboring country purpose. That is not our intention. So only human rights violations we are discussing here. That is why. So regarding another thing, you have said, I have nonetheless stressed my Sri Lankan counterpart, the need for an early withdrawal of emergency regulations, you are telling. That means Sri Lanka is still facing emergency there. You are himself, you are accepting. Then what action India has taken to curtail this situation? But you are going requesting, they are not bothering. That is what our friend Jaswant Singh said. When a unanimous resolution passed by the Tamil Nadu Assembly, the elected government, you have to give respect for that, what he said. And if you are bypassing the Tamils' interest, the Tamil Nadu with the feelings, and also he said there may be conflict in India also. That way he said. Why I am telling, you have to please respect all the sections of Indian people, the aspirations. Because not only Tamilians are speaking now, all other sections of Tamil Indian people are speaking. They are expressing. This is the conscience of the India we are expressing, not only Tamil Nadu. That you have to take part, sir. That is why our madam recently brought resolution. First, as soon as the assembly constituted, first resolution she brought, and she said in her speech, Parent Anna has said that the culture of Tamils is not to be subservient to others and not to make others subservient. It's not our intention. Indian Tamils is not like that. We want to be friendly with others. We don't want to have any enmity with others. That is the concept, what our Anna Perana said. Tamil people with such noble ideals are spread all over the world. Linguistic and cultural umbilical cord between Tamils in Tamil Nadu and Tamils in Sri Lanka is known to all. Our relationship, this is emotional thing. There are neighbors, friends, and also our ethnical relationship is there. Not only in Sri Lanka, most of the places where Tamil people are there, they are having some culture. See, what is the country? To preserve our culture, language, this is the main purpose. And also we have to peacefully and live there. Sir, and also further, our madam said, though Sri Lanka became independent, Tamils living in that country were struggling for many years against the injustice of treating them as second-class citizens. Sir, yes, our country is a multi-language, so many things we are having, cultural things, but it is one India. We are respecting all. That is the Indian culture. That is, we want to see all minorities respected. That is, we are fighting for that. Your government also is telling you are protecting minorities. What about Tamils there? They are treated as second-class citizens, no right at all. That is why they are fighting for that. And also, sir, instead of appreciating the justness of their demand and ensuring that Tamils in Sri Lanka lead life with dignity, equal rights, and self-respect through necessary constitutional amendment, Sri Lankan government was taking all actions to exterminate them. But when we are making this kind of, that they are not listening, they want to exterminate the Tamils there. And also, sir, what about the panel report? You are not mentioned, but I want to make it a point, which our Madam Jayalalitha, she passed in the resolution, and that she mentioned that, she said, the panel appointed by Secretary General of United Nations Organization found the following serious credible allegations against the Sri Lankan government. First, as our brother said already, he said the same thing I want to once again bring to the notice of the House. The first is the killing of civilians through widespread shelling. This happened. Second, shelling of hospitals and humanitarian objects. That third, denial of humanitarian assistance. Fourth, human rights violations suffered by victims and survivors of the conflict, including both IDPs and suspected LTT cadres. And human rights violation outside the conflict zone, including against the media and other critics of government. These are things what the UN panel has found the thing and submitted, which we expected, but we missed in your statement, which you have mentioned, but you missed, sir. Therefore, what our madam once again made at the resolution, it says, therefore, this assembly, that is Tamil Nadu Assembly, resolves to urge the government of India to take up with the United Nations organization and to declare those found guilty of such war crimes as war criminals. It is bounden duty of our government. The Assembly passed a resolution requesting you to take up this issue to UNO and see that this can be declared war criminals. If at all they're done, you do it. That is all. They are not giving any statement. Based on the UNO panel report, this resolution passed. And also further, the Assembly resolves to urge the government of India to initiate action by working with other nations for imposition of economic embargo on the government of Sri Lanka, till the Tamils who are now living in camps are resettled in their own places and are allowed to live with dignity and with equal constitutional rights and with singleness. This is the resolution. Nothing wrong in that. What is it? What our Jaswant Singh said, the elected government, first resolution passed. It's the majority we have formed the government. This is the aspiration of the Tamil Nadu people, 7 crores Tamil Nadu people that represent the assembly there. That is the resolution. We are requesting you to take up this resolution. That is the government. We are not asking anything. We know our limitations. Tamil Nadu, we know that. Only we have to request the government of India. We want to request the Prime Minister. We want to request the External Affairs Minister. That is all we can say. That is why we are raising this issue and discussing, sir. Sir, other things are regarding, as our friend also said.
Please in brief.
Sir, this is very important issue
Yes,
I'm
sir,
raising.
that's right.
This is a sensitive matter. I'm not going to, I know that my limitations are time also, I know that. But in spite of that, I'm requesting you to allow me to say a few words. I'm not taking much of this time.
Please
I'm
go
going
on.
to limit, I'm going to the point. Because already our friends have explained the whole history of the Tamil suffering in Sri Lanka, and the history so many years, they explained it. I don't want to go into detail that how the Sinhalese are treating Tamils, they have said. But I am limiting that what we want, that is all I'm going to say. Regarding, sir, and also, as our friend has said, the Defense Secretary of Sri Lanka criticized our resolution and our Chief Minister also of Tamil Nadu jail. Already in zero hour I raised it. This is a condemnable thing. How he can raise? We are only suggesting the union government, not any directly aspired, she said. Therefore, it is when the resolution passed, or she passed on to the union government. That is all, sir. Sir, and also, he said, regarding, sir, and also, sir, UN estimate, sir, regarding, sir, I said beginning itself, the India Today, in that they have said, the US State Department has warned recently that an international mechanism should have to be brought to the investigate war crimes in Sri Lanka. Even USA has passed this kind of thing. It's not because we have every right. Why I'm telling when there is nothing wrong in that. US also, that US State Department also warned. The UK and some other European countries occur this view. All countries are raising this kind of issues, accepting. Sir, the UN estimate, the other thing, sir, is that over 40,000 Tamil civilians died during the last stages of the war. The Sri Lankan army accused of firing shells and bombing areas designated safe zones. These are other things, sir. The UN report itself says 40,000 civilians were killed by the Sri Lankan army. But actual estimate more than 1 lakh people died. And also still where they are staying, as our friends, they are barbared things, 1 lakh people are still staying there. They are not able to get humanitarian thing. Sir, what I am requesting you, sir, based on this action, that is, I want to come to that end, because already, sir. First, sir, the army camps being set up in both north and eastern parts of Sri Lanka, lands are being acquired from Tamils there for setting up such camps, but they have not compensated properly. All the lands that are taken by the army. They want to somewhat encroach and see that army can be settled there and threatened there, Tamil people, their rights may be taken away. That is the thing they are doing. The Indian government gives an impression that it wants to promote bilateral relations with Sri Lanka without the hindrance of Tamil's issue. It appears like that, what you are feeling. It appears that it wants to see that issue natural. Is it a deliberate strategy of the Indian establishment? I want to know that. Why you are postponing this, not to settling this? India is pursuing a strategic policy Sri Lanka to befriend Sri Lanka at the cost of Tamils living there. The government of India had allocated 500 crores. What happened? Whether they properly spent? Some of our friends said 100 tractors only given, the 400 given, single list they have taken away. Whatever you are supplying, that is given to some other part. Sir, another important thing, you know, our also Congress friend said, when our Rajiv Gandhi ji went to Sri Lanka, how he treated everybody knows that. Yes. Some people, our honorable members said, when some members were raised when guests, how we are raised, he said some objection. I am also having that respect, we have to treat the guest. When our Rajiv Gandhi went to Sri Lanka as a guest, what respect he got on that day? They tried to kill him. This when God of honor is taking, that is the treatment Sinhalese they did for our former Prime Minister. Is it the way how they treated? That is the respect they are given to our guest. When he went as a guest, that is the treatment they made an attempt to kill him at that time itself. That is kind of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is pretending with us. They are not trying to help you. Because, as I said at the beginning, taking this advantage to try to see that Chinese are going to come Sri Lanka, if you are not friendly with us, you are not, if you are unnecessarily interfere in Tamil issue, we try to be friendly with China. They are threatening you. Already China is there. What Kachidevi issue, when somebody said what Kachidevi is doing. Sri Lanka allowed Chinese to fish there. Fish, that is going on. In the name of fishing, the whole thing, the Chinese people are coming. They also made some agreement in China to bring so much capital to develop Sri Lanka. They have already made agreement. Therefore, they are more or less, China is conquering, the presence is there. Big way they have come. What we are doing. That is why you see what as, that is 30, and at the time when Rajiv Gandhi went there, he made an accord with Jayavardhane. Rajiv Gandhi, Jayavardhane said that is 13th amendment of that constitution of Sri Lanka. Whether they have done. And also, according to the Jayavardhane accord, they have to bring the eastern and northern part to merge together. And a sea that can be separate area for Tamils to live has to be created. That is the accord. Whether they implemented that. And also, according to 13th amendment, they have to give equal rights to Tamils also. Whether done or not. These are the things I am raising. Sir, what I am requesting, Honorable, external through you, whatever the resolution passed in Tamil Nadu by Honorable Jayalalitha ji, that has to be implemented. That is, war criminals been punished. They have to bring through UNO, you have to try, and see embargo, bring it, and see all. Still, I am telling not final, because this is not the ultimate. It's not a final. What we are requesting, till the Sri Lankan Tamils are settled, up to that, you try to see this embargo can be implemented there. Thank you very much, sir.